The river's getting a bit of use down here. People are kayaking. And they're in some other type of craft there. I don't know quite what that is. I can't really see it that clearly with my crappy eyesight. Yeah, pleasant way to spend the day. I guess the waters are fairly calm here. We're right inland and there's no tides as such, so it'd be good for water sports and things. Oh yeah, nice way to spend a Sunday. Well, I finally got to a tapas place and looking at the menu, it's very extensive as you can see. I'll just hold that open. Look at that. That's a huge menu. A lot of choices. I've gone for the pork cheeks. I hear people talking about the pork cheeks all the time. It's very, very traditional. They also talk about the bull's heads, and they are here. Doesn't worry me, they're dead. If they were alive and charging, they would be concerned. But yeah, big place. It's yeah. Wow, they're that close up. Pretty amazing. And they have an English. Don't even try my Espanol. Because we've got the menus actually. They've got a number of menus in different languages. Because it's tourist central. So we've got bread. That's good. Pan. It's a nice piece of pan. And we'll see. We've got €4 for the pork cheeks, but other tapas here about €3. 3 to €4 seems to be pretty standard, and that's reasonable apparently. So yeah, I won't bother having a drink. I'll get some vino later, but I just want to try it and see what it's like. But it's only quiet here. There's only not many people, so it's a good time to be here just to test it out. And it is literally down just about a couple of blocks away. That's good. Yeah. But yeah, it's a big place. It's pretty. Has all the authenticity. You'd want the Spanish flavour to it, as far as decor. These photos of some people of notoriety, presumably. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how the food is. It's had good reports. Apparently, they're decent portions. The bread's good, so that's a good start. So here we go. I don't want to eat much, I'm getting fat, but I'll go and nip in and get some vino and some greens, because there's a mixed salad here, but it's actually €9. So it's fried vegetables, I think it's called. It's in English out front, so yeah, I think vegetables are expensive over there, especially greens. So best bet is to nip into supermarket tomorrow and get my make up a salad myself. I think I can do that. Oh, they're my pork cheeks. Never had them before. We'll see how they go. I've got plenty of bread, so this is going to be pretty filling, even though it's just a tapas meal. We'll see how it goes. I might have another one, but good start. And lots of they've got carbohydrates everywhere here. Well, the pork cheeks were quite nice, and it was good having the bread and everything, but the actual price was advertised at $4, and when the bill came it was $5. So I don't know why. Maybe that's just standard, they just shove a 20% on. But I'm not quite sure why. Maybe that's tax? Who knows? So I didn't expect that. So it's a good thing I just had the one meal. I don't really feel that hungry anyway. And other thing is, I'm just going to buy a bowl of grog. I'm going to get it at the express place. I don't see what's wrong with that. I've got to get some salad as well. And I just wanted to try out the meal. It was okay. Quite tasty, but I wouldn't say super spectacular. It was okay. So apparently that was a reasonable size portion, they say. They're good portions there, but if you want a full meal, you'd be paying, yeah, You wouldn't get by with anything less than about the equivalent of $12, I'd say, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, probably 15 more like it. So I've got the money anyway if I wanted to do that, but I'll see how I go. I just want to try all the different types of tapas and see if they like. Be my first thing. So at least I've started now. The waiter wasn't overly charming, so it's not good. But they served it out pretty quickly. Mind you, there's not many people there. And they did have multilingual menus, so that made it easy too. So, I don't know. It's okay. It's around 9 o'clock on Monday morning, and actually it's a little cool if anything. So I've actually decided to defrost my fridge myself. I mean, it's not something I go on holidays to do, but so I'm a little pissed off that they didn't make sure that sort of thing had been done before I moved in. I sent them a note. I doubt whether they'll do anything. I've got a feeling this is a pretty slack operation. Holy rent. I'm not overly impressed. The flat itself's fine, but again, it's not the one I expected. And everything else has been okay. So not a huge problem there. The location is absolutely brilliant. Although I am next to that Sedgeway place, and I'm not a big fan of the old Sedgeways. They had one out in the street just before. Bloody hulking things they are. They're very big. Quite solid. They do cost a bit too, and I guess there's a fair bit of material involved in building the damn things. So I'm heading off to the big supermarket, and which should be open at 9 o'clock, and that's past 9 now. So finally better get my greens. Finances wise, I'm doing really well on the trip. I'm spending nothing at the moment, so I've got plenty to indulge myself later. But the thing is, I'm not hungry. That one tapas meal was more than enough for me for the whole day, especially with all the bread added to it. And I think that's why I got charged €5 rather than 4, because they put a roll in a basket with the sealed nibbly type crisp things, the cylindrical, what they call it, but they sell in supermarkets here anyway. I opened that pack and started eating those, and that might have been what they charged me the extra euro for. That could well be the case. So I'll be on that next time. I didn't really need them or want them, so I won't eat them next time and see if I get charged less, because it was a reasonable meal. I was quite happy with it. Now, I guess there'll be a few people here going to work right now. Other news I got, I actually contacted the guy who sold me the dodgy SIM card, and he did say he's going to contact the call centre for Prodigy over in the UK to find out why I can't make any calls or get data happening on my mobile. So hopefully something positive will come of that. There is an Orange outlet up the road here too, so that might be another option. There's a lot of people there. It's all crowded. I have to walk around. I don't know what's going on here. It's a big crowd of people. What are they waiting for? It doesn't necessarily mean anything good. It could be just herd mentality. So who knows? Oh, lots of dogs being walked. No. God. Vicious small dogs. They've always got this superiority complex, these little terriers. They'll go anything that's 10 times bigger than them. It's stupid. They're not the smartest creatures on earth. I don't know how they survived evolution. Isn't that beautiful? It looks more like Moorish architecture to me with those arches. Seems fairly classic Moorish stuff. It's beautiful, isn't it? Down the laneways. Love the history. Love the history. And it might be that the day it's getting a little cooler now, because we are getting. This is the northern hemisphere, and the days are getting shorter. And it's the end of summer, basically. So yeah, but I actually slept last night, which is good for a change. I went to bed about 11, so I'm going to bed a little later, but I still woke up at 5 a.m, ridiculously early hour. I'd like to sleep in a bit more, but I'm finding it difficult. And I'm trying not to use medication, I just do it naturally. So if I do enough walking, I might be exhausted enough not to be able to hit the sack and go to bed, go to sleep, hopefully. And that's the bank on the corner that was actually recommended online through one of the forums. They said that they don't charge fees, so I'll check that out, but I don't need the money at the moment, so I'm not sure whether I should try accessing funds from my card, my travel card, or not. I don't think I'm going to need it, but it's always good to have as a backup, just in case I get my money nicked. I can always then use the funds on the card. I've got about $500 there, so I've got more than enough. And like I say, I'm not really spending much. I don't do the touristy things, so I don't indulge in that stuff. But look, I might splurge and do something big. There are some expensive tours around, so if I've got an extra €100 to spare, what the hell, I might just totally indulge myself near the end. But I've got so much time. I'm still into my first week, and I've got 3 more to go, so plenty of time. I like being in a place for a fair while. I may have overdone it this time. 4 weeks might be too much, but I haven't really got out and about much, and I need to socialise a bit more. So I've just been setting up home in my apartment, and that's all pretty well done. Although I've got domestic stuff to do, I'm going to try doing washing. I can't work out how to use the washing machine because it's all in Spanish, the instructions. I might look up some words and just see if I might be able to work it out, but I'm also worried if it doesn't work properly, I might tear up my clothes. And I don't mind hand washing clothes. I haven't got anything particularly heavy that can't be hand washed. And that's what I usually do when I travel. It's sort of therapeutic. So that doesn't worry me. Only a block away from the supermarket. It didn't take long. I think I know. We'll grab a cup of coffee at that local place this morning. So yeah, it's funny how I got the feeling I was short on dough than I was. But it's a good surprise to find out that I've only spent about €40 since I've been here. I've been here 5 days. So I'm doing pretty well. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.